Today we will talk about the family tree of Iran's first supreme leader, Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, the man who was known for leading the Islamic Revolution in Iran. So in this video, we will specifically look at who were the ancestors of Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, and how does his lineage trace back to 6th Shia Imam, Imam Jafar al-Sadiq. What was the connection of his forefathers with the Indian subcontinent, Pakistan, and India, and how did they migrate to Iran? And which member of this family was buried inside the shrine of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib? To understand this family, we need to go back to the family of Prophet Muhammad, specifically to Imam Jafar al-Sadiq, who was a great scholar, a jurist, and the 6th Imam of the Shia school of thought in the 8th century. His lineage connects through about 4 generations to Ali ibn Abi Talib and 5 generations back to the Prophet Muhammad. Imam Jafar al-Sadiq holds an extremely high position in both Sunni and Shia schools of thought. However, he is especially regarded by the Shia community as the founder of the Jafari school of thought. If we talk about Sufism, you will find his name included in many Sufi spiritual chains. Historians write that Imam Jafar was harassed multiple times by the Abbasid caliphs, even though he never took part in any rebellion. It is said that in 765 CE, the Abbasid Caliph al-Mansur had him poisoned. After the martyrdom of Imam Jafar al-Sadiq, the Shia community was divided into 2 branches. Some followers chose his elder son, Ismail, as the 7th Imam, which led to the formation of the Ismaili sect within Shia Islam. An interesting point here is that the caliphs of the Fatimid Sultanate also trace their lineage back to Ismail, which means they were followers of the Ismaili branch of Shia Islam. As for Ruhollah Khomeini, his lineage traces through the 12er branch of Shia Islam, specifically to Imam Jafar al-Sadiq's another son, Musa al-Kadhim, who is considered the 7th Imam of the 12er Shia branch. He was born in Medina in 745 CE and is the only Imam to have witnessed the rule of 4 Abbasid caliphs, al-Mansur, al-Hadi, al-Mahdi, and Harun al-Rashid. Although Imam Musa never attempted to rebel or challenge these caliphs, he was persecuted by them numerous times. As a result, most of his youth was spent in prison. It is said that, in his effort to resist the Abbasid rulers, Imam Musa created a network of followers who spread his messages from prison across the entire caliphate. His death occurred while imprisoned in a jail in Baghdad. Some historians claim that the Abbasid caliph, Harun al-Rashid, had him poisoned during his imprisonment. It is also said that Harun ordered Imam Musa's body to be publicly displayed in Baghdad, convincing the people that he had indeed passed away. From Imam Musa al-Kazim, Ruhollah Khomeini's lineage diverges from the 12ers line. The lineage of the 12 Imams continues from Imam Musa al-Kazim through his eldest son, Ali al-Rida, and includes notable figures such as Imam Muhammad al-Jawad, Imam Ali al-Hadi, Imam Hassan al-Askari, and finally the 12th Imam, Muhammad al-Mahdi. However, Ayatollah Khomeini's lineage traces back to Imam Musa al-Kazim, younger son, Hamza bin Musa. As for Hamza, he was a great scholar, a righteous and pious man. And just like his brother, the 8th Imam Ali al-Rida, he was highly popular among the people. But his widespread popularity led to his martyrdom. During a journey in Khorasan, he was tragically killed by the Abbasid Caliph al-Mamun. As for Hamza bin Musa's descendants, he had 4 sons. The descendants of Hamza, particularly from the line of Hamza ibn Hamza, are connected to many notable Sayyid families in present-day Khorasan. Additionally, some historians claim that the rulers of the Safavid Sultanate, who governed Iran for nearly 200 years, were also descendants of this family. The lineage of the Khomeini family traces back to Sayyid Haider, the younger son of Sayyid Hamza. Sayyid Haider migrated from Arabia and settled in Nishapur, a city in present-day Iran. After Sayyid Haidar, the subsequent generations remained in Nishapur, Khorasan. So, few generations after Sayyid Haidar came a person named Sayyid Ali Shah. During his time, fierce tribal wars erupted across Khorasan, and to save their lives, he and his family decided to migrate from Khorasan to India. Thus, towards the end of the 18th century, Din Ali Shah migrated from Nishapur to the Awadh Sultanate in India, a Shia-ruled kingdom located in what is now the region of Uttar Pradesh. Sayyid Din Ali Shah's son was Sayyid Ahmed Hindi, who was born in the town of Kintur in Uttar Pradesh, and he was the grandfather of Ayatollah Khomeini. In 1830, when the British ended the Awadh Sultanate, Sayyid Ahmed chose not to live under British rule. Instead, he decided to leave Hindustan, migrating to Najaf, a city in Ottoman Iraq, and from that day on, he never returned to India again. After spending some time in Najaf, he later migrated to the city of Khomeini in Iran. Although he settled there permanently, he proudly kept Hindi attached to his name. Even Ruhollah Khomeini, in his poetry, often used to sign his name with Hindi. In Khomeini, Sayyid Ahmed married Sakina bint Hassan, the sister of his friend Yusuf Khan. Sakina gave birth to 3 daughters and 1 son. Among them, the most important was their youngest son, Sayyid Mustafa Hindi, the father of Ruhollah Khomeini. Sayyid Mustafa was born in 1862 in the Razi region of Khomeini. Sayyid Mustafa was a highly respected figure in his region, known for openly speaking out and protesting against the tyranny and oppression of the rulers of his time. Because of his courage, people saw his home and presence as a safe haven. But this defiance was something the ruling powers could not tolerate. They plotted to eliminate him, and sadly, they succeeded. On February 13, 1903, Sayyid Mustafa was assassinated. As for Sayyid Mustafa's children, he had 2 daughters, Mulud and Fatima, and 3 sons, Sayyid Mortaza, Sayyid Nuruddin, and Sayyid Ruhollah. The eldest among them was Sayyid Murtaza Pasandide, who was about 4 years older than Ruhollah Khomeini. After their father's death, it was Sayyid Murtaza who had the strongest influence over young Ruhollah, shaping his early thoughts and character. He pursued traditional sciences, mastering fields like literature, logic, Islamic law, geometry, and astronomy with great dedication. He stood firmly beside his brother against the Shah of Iran, a resistance that later paved the way for the Great Iranian Revolution. Similarly, Sayyid Nuruddin Hindi, the second brother of Ruhollah Khomeini, lived a simple life among the common people. He was a scholar who used to lead Friday prayers in his hometown, but later, after studying law, he also served as a lawyer in Khomeini. The most prominent son of Sayyid Mustafa was Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. He was the founder of the Islamic Republic of Iran and the central leader who led the revolution that toppled Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, ending the monarchy in Iran. He was born in 1902 in the province of Khomeini, Iran. Tragically, at the tender age of just 2, his father was assassinated. At a very young age, he began his studies, focusing on the Quran and Arabic education. After completing his studies, he went on to write nearly 40 books. At that time, Iran was ruled by the Pahlavi dynasty, with Mohammad Reza Pahlavi as the ruler. Ruhollah Khomeini was a strong opponent of the Pahlavi regime. He sought to overthrow this government and establish an Islamic rule in Iran. In this struggle, in 1964, he was exiled from the country. After that, he first resided in Iraq and later in France. After 14 years of relentless struggle, Ruhollah Khomeini achieved what was unprecedented in contemporary history. In February 1979, the Islamic Revolution engulfed every corner of Iran. The last king of the Pahlavi dynasty, Mohammad Reza Shah, was forced to flee Iran. An Islamic government was established in Iran, and Ruhollah Khomeini was chosen as its first supreme leader. He passed away in June 1989 after suffering 5 heart attacks. It is said that 10 million people attended his funeral, which was about 1/6 of Iran's population at that time. After his passing, his disciple and closest companion, Sayyid Ali Khamenei, became his successor and the second supreme leader of Iran. Imam Khomeini married Khadija Sakfi, who was seen as his greatest supporter. Together, they had 7 children, but only 5 of them lived to adulthood. His eldest son, Syed Mustafa, played a pivotal role in his father's movement, always standing by him at every front. Unfortunately, he passed away in 1977 while in exile with his father in Iraq. He has the honor of being buried inside the shrine of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib in Najaf. Mustafa's marriage was to Masume Yazdi, the daughter of Mortaza Yazdi, a close friend of Ruhollah Khomeini. Together, they had a daughter, Maryam, and a son, Hossein. Syed Hossein Khomeini, who is Imam Khomeini's grandson, holds opposing views on his grandfather's revolution and the Islamic government. He considers the government his grandfather established to be worse than the rule of the Shah, or even the rule of the Mongols. Syed Hossein has 3 sons, Mehdi, Ali, and Muhammad, who still reside in Iran. Imam Khomeini and Khadija Sakfi's second and most important son is Syed Ahmed Khomeini. He played a crucial role as his father's key assistant before, during, and after the Iranian Revolution. Syed Ahmed Khomeini was instrumental in establishing communication between his father and the Iranian people. He also played a vital part in ensuring that the recorded cassettes of his father's speeches reached every corner of Iran. He had 3 sons, Syed Hassan, Yasser, and Ali. Among them, Syed Hassan is often regarded as the most distinguished grandson of Imam Khomeini. He was considered to have a promising political future. In 1995, he was appointed as the caretaker of the Khomeini Shrine, where both his grandfather and father are buried. However, his name has also been surrounded by allegations of corruption. As for Syed Hassan's children, he has a son named Syed Ahmed and 2 daughters, Farishteh and Nergis Khomeini, who live with their father in Iran. Speaking of Imam Khomeini's daughters, his daughters include Farida, Sadiqa, and Zara. Among them, Zara Khomeini is a professor at the University of Tehran. Along with this, she is also actively involved in advocating for women's rights in Iran and the rights of Palestinians. Viewers, how does the family tree of the current supreme leader of Iran, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, trace back to Ali ibn Abi Talib? To see the full details, make sure to check the video on the screen. See you next time.